Hello and welcome to another episode on the channel. My name is Dean Kotiel. I'm shooting this video in sunny South Africa and really wonderful to welcome you back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about fear, I'm going to be talking about stress and anxiety, and over the last 6 months my mental health hasn't been great, and what that has done is it's directly impacted the way I go about creating anything. Being a musician, being a photographer, being a filmmaker, the stress and anxiety has kind of clouded my mind to the point where I'm not even sure if I can create anymore. What I've done recently as part of a mental health mission is try to figure out where some of those thoughts around fear and stress and anxiety actually come from. And one of the things I realized is one of the key contributing factors to this is actually other people's opinions. Now, I know that there are a large part of different variables that play when it comes to mental health issues, and so I don't want to touch any of that stuff. I want to talk about my personal experience, about some of the reasons why I feel like I'm hesitating to get out of the blocks and really put myself out there to create something new. I don't know if you've ever had that feeling where you want to jump, but the longer you stay on top of the diving board, the longer it almost feels like you're about to, and your feet just feel heavier. Being somebody who skateboarded in the past, wanting to drop into a half pipe, the longer I stayed at the top and not dropping in, the heavier my right foot got, and I wasn't in a position where I was able to drop in and go for it. Similarly, for when it comes to us creators and creatives who want to create things on a regular basis, the longer we hold on, the harder it gets, because our minds and our brains convince us that we can't take that next step, and that fear and that stress and that anxiety actually just gets heavier on us. What we've done is we've allowed other people's opinions or thoughts, and this is what I've realized, the fear of the rejection and the negativity in the future to stop us from doing anything now. And the reality is the only thing that is going to make you in 6 months or in a year, or in 5 years, any different, the only thing that is going to change your reality is if you start today. If you change something now, whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, it is about making the first move. It is about taking that initial first step. People's opinions, or our fears of their opinions, is a lot like food to our bodies. It is a lot like food to our minds. Now, we can eat healthy, and that'll do wonderful things for our body. When it comes to consuming and taking in people's opinions of us, the work that we do, the creative energy we want to put into the world, those negative thoughts are like junk food. The more we consume them and the more we take them on board, the more out of shape our minds become. And this is what I call that negative mental health spiral, where the negative voices are louder than anything else in the room, and that is when fear sets in, and that is when we panic. But there are some positive voices. There are some people who believe in us. There are some people who think we are capable of doing the things we want to do. So maybe you've got a project that you kind of started, but you couldn't pull the trigger to release it out into the world. Maybe you've written a couple of songs and you just haven't been brave enough to put them out onto the internet. Start that YouTube channel you've wanted to. Put a few songs on Instagram and see what happens. Maybe you're a writer and it comes down to poetry, or wanting to write a novel, or even just a book about your personal experiences. Take the first step. Write that first tweet. Get onto the first page and the first chapter of that book and write that first chorus and put it out into the world. Don't allow the negative voices and the negative opinions, that negative junk food for your brain and for your mental health. Don't take that stuff on board. Focus on the positivity, the people who do believe in you. And it's a laugh, it's a big joke, because people always told me, hang on to the positive stuff that people have said about you. But for some reason, I can't remember any of the positive stuff. I just remember the negative things that he said to me, or the negative things she said to me about that song that I sang that one time. I just can't let that thing go. But believe me, I know we have to take the first step, and we have to be in a position to try today so that tomorrow can be better. In the gym, today I'm lifting 5 kilograms, tomorrow I'm lifting 6, and in a month's time I'm lifting 20, and in a year's time I'm lifting 100. So I hope that encourages you and motivates you in one way or another to take another step. Take the first step to accomplishing your dreams, your projects, the hopes that you have in your life. Have a great day.